Hey everybody, this is LaBray, Living Green Garden. And I'm saying this is gonna be a short video, but every time it seems like I say like, look, I'm just gonna talk real quick, then shit, it'd be like an hour. But anyway, so I've been thinking like, I'm going through this whole spiritual awakening and thinking about my existence on this planet and like really what is my purpose. Now, before I would hear people talking about, well, you gotta find your purpose. You know, Oprah be like, hey, you gotta find your purpose. And I fuck with Oprah. I do fuck with Oprah. But I'll be like, you know, do people really have purpose? Or is it just whatever they decide they want to do? I kind of feel it's both. I kind of feel it's both. The more that I'm becoming spiritual, I'm becoming more of a spiritual person. And I'm getting more of an understanding. And so I'm at a point in my life right now that what I am currently doing, I am not satisfied. What I am doing, it is not feeding my soul. And at one point, I don't know if I would say it was feeding my soul at one point, but at one point, the work I was doing was very, very satisfying. Now it's not. So becoming more aware of who I am, and my goal is to live in my truth. And it's like, so what the hell is my truth? What is my purpose? What would feed my soul? And my daughter, it's amazing how like the universe and everything just brings to you, how the universe talks to you. I really have this theory that whatever actions that's happening around you, whatever is happening, is really you talking to yourself. So when the universe is talking to you, it's like you responded to yourself. So whatever intentions, whatever actions and behaviors or whatever I do, because let's go back to physics. There's a physics, there's Newton's third law of motion. Every action have an equal and opposite reaction. So whatever the hell I put out there is gonna come back to me. That's just how it is. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Forward, backwards, you know, all the day. It's just what it is what it is. So whatever I put out there, that shit is coming back to me. So however that shit shows up, it's me, really, I'm feeling it's really me talking to myself. However I move, that's how the universe is going to respond to me. However I respond to the universe, that's how the universe is going to respond to me. So my daughter was over here yesterday, and we were talking about like numerology. So I came across this video about numerology, and I never fucked with numerology before. So I was brought up like super duper Christian, like for real. Like I was in church all the goddamn time because growing up, I was always on punishment. That's a whole nother story. It's grounded, whatever y'all call this shit. I blame my mama going through menopause. My brother friend just say I was bad. That shit is debatable. But, so the only place I could go was to church. So I was brought up super duper Christian. And, you just didn't fuck with like numerology. I always fucked with astrology, even though, you know, there was some, with Christians, there's kind of like a line like, oh, it's the devil, but what's your sign again? You know, but numerology was like, no. So I just never fucked with it. But, I was watching some spiritual stuff on YouTube, and a numerology video came up, and I'm like, okay, let me check this out. And I got my report, and that shit was like dead on. Like, hell, actually, let me pause this. Let me get my damn, oh, here it is. Okay. Talking about like a life path, like I'm a life path. 14.5. And the first doggone sentence that it says, by the way, I changed my name to Libre. This is from Libre to Free. The first goddamn sentence is, the key to your personality is freedom. I'm like, boy, look at that. Okay. So, okay, I digress. So I was telling my daughter about my numerology report, and I'm fucking with numerology and all this and that. Hell, I bought a book, and I went to the library and got some books on numerology and shit. And I was telling her about like what my report was saying, and me really wanting to find my purpose. Now, I thought my purpose was to teach people how to grow food and to be sustainable. And I do believe that's a part of it. But she worded it so beautifully. Let me go, I wrote it down. Let me go get that. Okay, so she worded it like my daughter. Now, I'm not one of these parents that be like, oh, my daughter is just perfect. She can do no wrong or whatever. I'm not that parent. However, I will say that I have always said that my daughter's like just a literary genius. She really has a way with words. I put this in my own words, but this is what she said, and I'm like, that's it. That's my purpose. She was like, my purpose is, Ma, your purpose is to heal the planet by helping people heal themselves. That's what it is. That's what it is. That purpose feels good to my soul. So that includes teaching people how to grow their own food, how to cook and eat healthy foods, how to be sustainable, how to, how to live with the planet and with ourselves. And let's just stop fighting shit. We're always like, we were coming from this age where everything was about the ego, you know. So, you know, I'm learning, and I'm like being really aware of like my ego versus like my true self. And like, we're coming from this age of the motherfucking ego. And think about it, like big business survived and thrived and everything because they taught us that we were not enough. And that's why we need their product. If, you know, like, you know, you're not cute unless you have these earrings, you know. So bitch, you better get these earrings. If not, you ain't gonna be accepted. You're not cute. And at the core of us as human beings, we want to be accepted for who we are. Really, we want to be accepted for who we are. But if not, then we conform because we get taught to conform when we're kids, and we are being who we are, our true selves. Whoever, usually adults or other kids, as they learn from adults, to be like, no, you're being different. You need to be in this box. And because of that, because we have been taught to live by the ego and to feed the motherfucking ego and not to feed our soul and ourselves, we never have enough. And we won't have enough until we accept who we are. Nothing can ever, no matter how many pairs of shoes you have, no matter how much money you have, no matter how many degrees you have, it does not matter. No matter how much food you eat, how much drugs you do, alcohol you drink, it doesn't motherfucking matter. No matter, it won't ever be enough. until we live in our truth and we start being in alignment and be who we are. So, and in that, I really believe once we really embrace who we are, and we don't give a shit what anybody motherfucking thinks about it. Once we do that, the planet will heal. The planet, because now the planet is on motherfucking fire if you haven't noticed. So the planet is like, I'm not playing with you motherfuckers no more. Y'all fucking with me? I'm about to burn some shit up. And that's what she doing. That's what she doing, because we've been fucking with her. So, yeah. And we've been fucking with her because we are not good with who we are. And we are trying to fill this void of love and acceptance of who we are. So shit, that's why we got drug addicts. That's why we've got fat people. That's why we, you know, there's just some people who like, I'm a chunky girl. I'm always gonna be a chunky girl, but shit, when I was definitely up in that ego realm, hell, no shit, I've had 2 weight loss surgeries and shit, I still was eating motherfucker, and it still was a big bitch. So, yeah, no matter what you do, you know, yeah, your vices are not going to heal you. And as long as you keep acting out of your ego, you do not accept who you are, and you just make it plain. Until you start living in your truth, you will always be hurt. You will always be broken. You will always be looking for more of something to fill this void that you have of neglecting yourself. And by doing that, by wanting more and more and more of whatever it is, that is going to hurt the planet, because everything is out of balance. For us to right our wrongs and come into harmony with the earth, we have to accept who we are and know that it's the camera is backwards, but my sister got me this ring that says, I am enough. You need to know that you are enough. Everything that you have is enough. There is no void for you to fill, because you, yourself, and all that you are in your beautiful, spectacular splendor, you are already more than enough. And so, I knew this shit was gonna be long. So that's what I'm on now. So Living Green Garden, I'm kind of taking like a slight turn. So I'm still gonna be talking about like growing food, because I believe like that's putting things back into balance. Us, you know, growing, eating from the earth ourselves, us growing food, sharing with each other. That's part of it. Living sustainably, that's part of it. But it's everything, like everything is connected. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna come up on here and just share my thoughts, share what I'm doing, share how I live. You know, I've picked some greens out of my garden, and I'm gonna make some vegan greens that are delicious. You know, I'm about to make this vegan zucchini bread, and that's all talking about food. Which food is really important to me in my life. Food is a thing for me. And like my spiritual journey and my journey to radically be who I am, and hope to encourage you to be the same. So taking a turn with the channel and what I'm doing. So I'll be posting just different kind of things, different kind of just, honestly, I don't really know exactly. I'm just going to, I guess, post my life and how I live and my struggles and how I'm trying to get through or whatever, and hope that with what I am posting, that it resonates with some people and that it can help some people to heal and accept who they are. And so, and like part of Living Green Garden is like transforming marginalized communities to get them to like grow food, be sustainable, cook good, healthy foods. Like that is still definitely a part of it. Cause like me, like my people, like my best brother friend, he was just here. Like we were talking, he's a nurse, and he was talking about like us, like Black people, like, you know, he'd be talking about like vegetables with them. He was talking to somebody and he was like, hey, you eat vegetables? They're like, no, I don't like vegetables. And, you know, he was like, what about zucchini? It was like, zucchini, you're doing too damn much. You know, it was like, zucchini, like they had no idea what zucchini was. It's like, and that's just part of it. Like not eating well. Like if you go into like a Black neighborhood, you know, look, so I don't know if sharks may be, I don't even think sharks is a Midwestern thing. I think sharks is like a Chicagoland thing. But sharks, fish, and chicken. They put extra lemon pepper on that bitch. It's delicious. Anyway, so I was in Chicago and I was driving on Western. And I knew I was, so it wasn't quite hoodish yet, but it was getting hoodish. But I knew that I was close to the motherfucking hood when I saw sharks. I was like, okay, the hood is like, it's coming up real soon. Yeah. So, see, that's the kind of food that you get in our neighborhoods. You get I ordered some fried fish today. So, yeah, you could definitely get your fried stuff and your fast foods and all that. But when it comes to like good, healthy, high vibrational foods, low vibrational foods, is in the hood all goddamn day. And that's what we've been raised on. Try to do some high vibrational foods or whatever, they're like, you doing too much. And we sick and we dying. So that is definitely still on this, definitely the forefront of my heart. Like to heal my people for real. Cause look, Black people in America have been through and is still going through some shit, a whole lot of shit. And we, now I'm talking to my Black people here, I'm talking to my people. Black people, we are not going to heal unless we come together. You look at other communities and shit, I feel like I'm preaching right now. Shit, I did not mean for this video to be long, but if you're still with me, give me a thumbs up. And I'm like on my brother friend, he told me to start telling people like where I'm at. So I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Hey, so give me a thumbs up, you know, help me out. But when you look at other like communities, you know, they stick together. Us, shit, we like, what the, you know, like, look, I just, certain, I'm going to, so I'm filtering myself here, so, you know, now I'm not saying the N-word, but, you know, like, you get, you know, some Black folks like, I don't mess with no, you know. So, yeah, folks, we as a people, Black people, we have got to unite, and we have got to heal. So like our little brothers and stuff, like, you know, there be these like shootings in Chicago and all over the place. And what do? We gossip about it. We be like, yeah, you know, you see that boy, that was so sad and blah, 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 blah. So instead of taking responsibility as a community, so how did these boys get this way where they out there just shooting at will? Why? Because we as a community did not step in when they were little and be like, baby, I got you. We you know, we saw they were struggling. Somebody saw it. Somebody have seen these boys grow up and not have enough and be neglected or whatever the story is. And just is like, well, they ain't got nothing to do with me, whatever, whatever. And now you see the product of it. Yeah, nah, folks, it is time out for that. Where it says it takes a village, Black people. I didn't come on here to preach, but shit, I'm preaching, so preaching is what it is. Black people, we need to come back to being a village. We are a village. So if my sister is hurting, then I'm hurting. If that person's little baby over there is hurting and hungry and neglected, that's me that's hungry and hurting and neglected. And it is my responsibility as someone who is part of my village to take my sister, to take my brother, to take my little ones and to love them and to do what I can. All of us need to be doing that. If we do not do that, we are going to be more fucked up than what we are now. Shit, where the hell you think we going? You know, and we've made some progress or whatever, but shit, there is more power and strength in numbers. The few people who's out there fighting or whatever for us, like Stacey Abrams, I fuck with Stacey Abrams. Come on, all goddamn day. But she can't do it alone. It takes all of us. We are powerful. Once we all come together, there is no stopping us. So, shit, this is probably half hour, I don't know. But well, that's what it is. This is what it is. So, stay tuned. I don't know what the journey is going to look like. I don't know, you know, I'm just gonna come on here and share and go with the flow, because I'm not good with going with the flow at all. That's foreign to me. I gotta go with the flow, but we ain't got no plan and no shit. I'm just go with the flow, going with the flow, and see how I'm used, see how the universe uses me for that purpose, So y'all be blessed. Stay tuned. Especially if you stayed this long, come on. If you stayed this long, but this is a long ass video, give me a thumbs up. You can at least do that, okay? And you have a blessed damn day. All right.